Hello, Anney. Hello, Dmitry. It is the
Hello,
first
Anney.
time we met. Thank you for coming in this Skype. This is first time we met. Yes, I'm really just like awesome moment today for me because I have a special guest from Russia. The yeah, yeah, I'm so happy to have you both of you here. Okay, let's get started our conversation for the first time here. So I just wanted to know about the first guest now about Dimitri. Tell me about yourself a little bit. So let me know, let other people know about you. Please introduce yourself.
Mm, okay, I'm Dmitry. Now I'm living in Russia, in St. Petersburg, and I'm working in a construction firm in construction area as an sort of engineer. Um, I've been living in St. Petersburg for last 5 years, um, and I joined the Kangaroo English group, I guess 1 year ago, and some time ago I met both of you.
Thank
So
you.
that's all.
Nice explanation. Yeah, nice introduction. So the second one, the my 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 start today is come on, Adi, introduce yourself.
uh, Dmitry, nice to see you. Nice to meet you. It's a very pleasure to see you here, and because I dreamed from first time when I saw your videos. I'm very impressed, and so
Thank you.
really your pronunciation, your confidence, fluency, great. I live in Elista. I live in the Republic of Kalmykia. I'm studying English um, for 6 years and a little bit over, and yeah, and I enrolled um, to to Kangaroo English maybe 3 years ago, and so all my I would say all my improving is visible on this group.
Oh,
I got a
Oh,
lot of friends from this group, and of course Anney and other beautiful and nice people, and I am happy to be here. And um, of course, I have big plans for this group. I wanna to um, to make more friends, just because this group is very precious, really.
thank you.
So, I am retired. I all my passion is learning languages. Besides English, I am learning Ukrainian and my mother tongue, uh, Kalmyk language, and I am interested in France, but it has no time. It's not enough time to learn everything. But maybe in future I can.
Yeah, sure,
Thank you.
of course. You're very welcome. And back to the handsome one. Yeah. Oh, don't so serious. This is relaxed, Our conversation goes smoothly if we relax, don't think about anything. Just forget about grammar or anything, mistake or whatever, you know. Yes, just whatever in your mind, just please pouring down. Okay. Okay, Dimitri, I want to ask you something. As so far along the you join on the Kangaroo official, what the most interesting you got it from that group?
most interesting.
Yes.
Mm, I would say that I got something important in this group, not exactly interesting. And I would say that it's support and loyalty of the members of this group that it's, as Christian says, it's a real safe place to express yourself, to gain your confidence in English, in speaking English, and just to have fun. So I think it's the most important thing that this group has: support, safety.
So,
Thank you.
yeah, that's true. So how about you, RD? What do you think about Kangaroo Official?
Oh, it's how to say, a lot of people. It's enough to see how people is active in this group. For example, Dmitry's example. For instance, Dmitry's example show us that this group helps us to overcome our shyness, to start to express themselves.
Did you
Start
feel
with,
shy at the first time?
sorry? Ah,
Did you
yeah,
feel
of
shy?
course. I was very nervous.
Oh,
I
really?
was extremely nervous. Yeah, I was swept.
Oh, really? So
I was
what do you feel at the first time when you met with me at the time? So what do you feel about it? Our first
uh,
mate.
uh, our first meet. Oh, well, actually, when I met you, I was I I was quite confident. I was quite confident. It was not
Oh,
uh, my first time of conversation, but of course I was a little bit worrying how how will be our chat, our first chat, because you're very confident, you're very beautiful, and
oh, really? I don't think
of course,
so.
your smiles already.
Oh my God, Miss Esther's blushing, you know. Oh my God, you make me bubbling. Oh, well, thank you very much for your compliment, for your kudos. And well, about Dmitry, I'm back to Dmitry again. So I'm going to ask you about something that's, what do you think so far? Do you think that speaking or talking to find native speaker is necessary for today, for lately?
Is it necessary? Mm, I think it doesn't necessary. Isn't necessary. It isn't necessary necessarily. Because my first conversation in English with foreigner was with a guy who lives in South America, and he is from Colombia, and we had really good chat, and it was great, and
Wow.
yeah.
Oh,
So
yeah.
yeah, I didn't feel that I need
Mm,
native speaker. So
mm,
we understood each other well, and
that's
everything
enough.
was great. Yeah,
Mm. Yeah,
like
I think
how.
your yeah, I think your first met with your friend at the beginning. I think that's it. The first time you met with strangers that boost your confidence at least at the first time, right? And that is the yeah that is a good start, you know, to make a conversation with strangers. I think so. And so, what the thing we have to do to improve our speaking skill about your opinion, your personal opinion?
I think that if you want to improve your speaking, you just need to speak.
Yeah, that's
That's
right.
all.
So what the thing, the main thing you have to do, you must to get to jump into speaking terms.
Could you rephrase? I don't get the idea
Mm.
of question. What?
Okay, I mean, if you want to speak, so what the main thing, uh, the main point you
Uh,
have that you should have to improve your speaking skill or to to make a speaking process go smoothly. So what the thing you have to do, I mean, you should have what you should have.
oh, it's okay. I got it. It's a quite complicated question because I've never heard about it. Um,
Because the people mostly having the same trouble in this way. So I asked you about it. So what your personal opinion about this? So what you should have to make you confident to speak?
mm,
What should you have about it?
I think that the most important thing is desire to communicate with other people,
Mm-hmm.
and if you have this desire,
Mm-hmm.
then you just overcome um, anything, fear, your
Mm-hmm.
problems with grammar,
Mm-hmm.
because mm, if you are talking a lot,
Mm-hmm.
then with this practice you will overcome any troubles you have.
Mm-hmm. Thank you. So how about you, Ardi? What do you think about this?
Um, well, first of all, if you are learning words, if you are learning grammar, if you are learning, trying to uh, to reproduce mm, uh, American accent, natural speaking, and just get rid of shyness. It's
Sorry.
the main thing, because shyness is the main obstacle uh, to start to speaking. Because if you a lot of people knows a lot of words, knows grammar, but they can't speak, they can't communicate, and shyness is
Yeah,
very
yeah, you got it.
bad. Mhm.
Thank you. Yeah, I think like grammar or mastery, vocabulary, grammar or whatever, pronunciation and blah blah blah. This is only tools for me. But I can add my opinion about this. The first thing we should have is about we have we should have a courage, you know, a courage to speak. We have to brave. Without courage, how can we open our mouths, isn't it? Because this is the important thing we have, we should have before we speak. When you nervous, and feel like uncomfortable, whatever you're smart, maybe whatever you're mastering anything, you smart in any way, mastering anything, but without courage to speak, that's impossible, right? uh, like you said, yeah, just like science, that is a really big hindrance. Mostly this is typically like a psychological issue, you know, because we having trouble in two cases. Sometimes we having trouble in financial issue, but this is not big trouble. And physically, I mean, psychological issue. This is mostly people have. That is according me. So, what do you think about this? Maybe you can give me some another opinion if you want to add something.
I
You
would say such thing that you know, like in childhood, right? When you're a baby, you don't think about anything. You
Yeah.
just eat something.
Just do it. Yeah.
Yeah. For example, you want to eat, for example, yeah, and then in such case, you have to ask for eating, right? So and I think it's it's like the nature way of learning English, right? Because I remember when I had first conversation with stranger in on the street. It was a guy from India, and he wanted to get a taxi to go to the airport. Yeah, and he just didn't know how to call to taxi.
To get,
Yeah, and he just asked for help on the street, and we were passing by, and because I know some words in English,
I
at
try.
that
You
moment,
try your best. Yeah. Okay.
yeah, at that moment I already started to learn English, and we helped him to call to a taxi.
Oh, so you help
Yeah,
you help him out. Yeah. Okay.
yeah. So at that particular moment, I just didn't think about anything. It was like in my
Bump into you just bump into that guy, right?
yeah,
Unexpectedly. Yeah.
yeah. I just understood what he wanted, and I just
Yeah.
gave him it. Yeah.
Mhm.
So it was natural way, I would say.
And so, along you learning English, so what the most important thing you have to master it? For example, like grammar or vocabulary. Which one you have to master it first if you want to communicate?
I would say that if you at the very beginning of learning, you
Excuse me. I'm sorry to cut you. For example, as your experience that you bump into someone in the street on the street, right? And at the first time, what do you think about this? Is the natural way, the natural way you bump into strangers and to first time you communicate, you communicate without any plan at all, right? And then so what the thing the most important to do, important thing you have at that moment, you the most important is grammar or vocabulary in that situation.
okay. I think it was vocabulary because I just had to know these words to help him, and because if you know some particular words, I think even without grammar,
Mm-hmm.
uh, another man, other people, they will understand you. So if you even make mistakes in your grammar, but people still can understand you.
Yeah,
So I
that's
think
right.
you just need to have words.
Yeah, that's great. I'm eye to eye with you. So how about you, RD? What do you think about Dimitri opinion?
Um, I I joined to Dmitry's words, and I think vocabulary is more important because, for example, if we take grammar rules, there is some number is
Yeah, that's
10
right.
or 15,
Uh-huh.
not a lot. It we will learn it more
Yeah.
faster.
Uh-huh.
But vocabulary is really huge. It's at least in English language, at least it is 1 million words.
Yeah, I'm so
To
sorry.
remember every dictionary is impossible.
Yeah, I'm so
But
sorry.
if you,
I'm sorry.
sorry, please,
Ardi, I'm
let
sorry.
me
I'm laughing.
complete. Let me complete.
Oh,
But if you know at least 1,000 words, you
mm,
can convey to your partner your ideas.
yes,
So
just try. Yeah, yeah. That I'm really agree with both of you, because I laughing. I was laughing when you speak because you remind me of something. How do we like mesmerizing? It's like memorizing some grammar rules. This is like distraction for me. To get communication practically, just like you know can you imagine when you met someone and some place, for example at the airport, and then if we thinking about grammar, but we feel so hungry, starving, need food, right? So did you think, do you think about how to say in grammar, good grammar, right? And correct grammatically? No, you don't have to say, just like Dmitry said. That's why I'm really happy about your opinion, because we the same opinion. And just like whenever you said, just like you hungry, what you feel hungry, but you don't know how to convey what you feel. You just say like uh just like say like food, right? Food. Oh, over there,
yeah,
over there. This is must be hungry, right? And people gonna be recognize easily. Don't think about have you ever been blah blah blah, but there is no point on it. Only grammar thing about it, but there is no point. And when you only say one word, just I need just like food. What is food? Food means there's someone gonna be show you where the restaurant is, and also this guy must be very very starving, hungry. Yeah, that's the little small example. That is vocabulary goes on, in learning process. Yeah, that's gonna be, yeah, this conversation. I hope to encourage, to encourage people to start speak, because some people too hard to open their mouths at the very beginning. They very worry about anything, and then actually they don't have to be worried about, right? And then yeah, and that's the way. That is why whenever I make a conversation, we never doing like make a plan or make some question list or anything. This is just goes smoothly, just talking each other. It's like, I Dimitri, you have time. I FD, you have time. Just go on, right? Just take time, take action, right? Then just plan without any action, isn't it? That's mean nothing at all. Okay, I think enough for today, because already 23 minutes already. If you want to say something, just go on. Maybe Dimitri first, and then Ardi. Please take your time.
Okay. I want to say thank you both for chatting to invite me in your little chat.
You're very
And
welcome.
yeah, it was pleasure to meet you both. I saw you a lot in videos in Kangaroo English, so it's interesting. It's unusual feeling for me, because I saw it on group, on page group, on Kangaroo English, and now I'm also participating in such conversation. So thank you, guys.
You're
oh,
very welcome. So Ardi, take your time now. What we want to convince people or friends and the group as well.
in return, of course, I wanna say thank you, Dmitry, and you, Annie, of course, for
You're
this
very welcome.
opportunity. Really, this chat really mm, enjoyable, and I hope we will continue practice our together, and
Sure,
because
sure.
it's really it is we who is passionate to be fluent in English and must be in touch together and communicate, because only just interaction we can improve our skills. We can become better than before. And so you both and every people in our group who is in our contact and helps me, certainly helps me to keep motivation, to keep my encouraging and be strong. And because every day when I'm waking up, I say to myself, what, who is in the turn? Oh, today is Anney and Dmitry. Wonderful, it's a great day, just from morning. And so my mood is wonderful for the day, and so it is great finish of the day. Thank you very much.
You're very welcome. And Ardi, just I wanted you to know that today you're more handsome than before.
Oh, thank
Yeah, without laughing, that's my model for learning English. So laughing and learning must go on. Okay,
Yeah.
so we don't have to be under pressure or in good mood. No, 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 no. So we cannot do anything under pressure. So whatever interests you to motivate you to learn English, just do it. Just because people having their own ways. So we are different. We all different. So Dimitri different, and Ordina, me too. Of course, having a different way, which one is the easier to understand. And people having a different style of learning, of course. But yeah, but we all in the same boat and the same goals. You know, to get fluence. To get fluency. To get fluency. Yes, because fluency is really just like we goes in harmony about the melody, about how to just like now we do it with three of us, how make this conversation go smoothly, right? And how when people speaking and we have to stop and the other one as well, right? And this is to keep in harmony. This is fluency for me. That is not about speaking so fast. Not at all for me. Okay, well, thank you very much for your attendance today, and I hope we will meet again very soon in a more interesting conversation and more interesting topic and in the next time. Thank you very much for your companion today. I really appreciate it. Okay, well, thank you very much, friend, for watching our conversation. Hope see you soon again later. Bye bye. Have a nice day.
you. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Have a nice time.